Welcome to Candid Conversations with Candidates, brought to you by Crowing Power in partnership with Lakes Media Collaborative and the Brainerd Lakes Chamber. I'm Lisa Paxton, and it's my pleasure to welcome Joanna Lattery, who's a candidate for Crosby Mayor. Joanna, welcome.
Thank you very much.
Good to have you here. Let's go into your opening comments.
Okay, what I'd like to say is, as Lisa said, I'm running for Mayor of Crosby. Some of my qualifications that you may need to know about are that I was on the City Council before when I was appointed by the council to fulfill Butch Ferrari's seat when he had to resign due to medical issues. I served on the Police Advisory Committee, the Financial Committee, and was liaison to the Library Board, and also was one of the chair for the Crosby Centennial Celebration. And I am currently a licensed real estate agent in Minnesota with LakePlace.com, and also the administrator for our Cross Lake office.
Okay, all right, good to have you.
Good, thank you.
Let's go into our questions. You've been involved with the City of Crosby for a while in terms of the politics in the community, and what's your top priority if you're elected?
My top priority would be to look into our tax rate. Crosby right now has got a high tax rate, and I'm not really sure how to go about getting that changed, if in fact we can, but that's one of the things I'd like to look into, and as well as staying within the budget that the current council has set forth for us. And I did attend that meeting on August 21st and was quite impressed with what they have planned for us.
Okay. You've got two other candidates that are running for the mayor position, so give us three things that distinguish you from the other candidates.
Honesty, integrity, and I'm not afraid to take on issues, and I'm not afraid to research it and really look at both sides of an issue before I make a decision on how to vote or where to go with it.
Okay, great. Budget priorities. You touched on tax rate and other budget pieces. What are your budget priorities?
I think it's to stay within the budget that the current council has put forth, and also to look for different ways to share in some of the different departments that they have set up for a budget, and how we can go about maybe cutting that budget just a little bit more without hurting employees that we have there, but by looking like it's supplies and venues that we have to use for, let's say, for our computer system, sharing in that, and that's about it. I don't have enough time to go into all of it, but that's pretty it in a nutshell.
Do you see Crosby working with its neighbors? Is that, you've got Crosby, Ironton, Deerwood, you've got that, that neighborhood?
We already share our police department with Ironton. I think there are some other ways that we can share our facilities and our resources. I do believe that when our neighboring cities are doing a project and we're in the middle of doing a project, or we're going to be starting that project, maybe there's a way we can share in some of the costs, like when you order cement, instead of ordering half a batch, because they're doing the same thing, we can coordinate that and get a whole batch and share in the cost of that.
Okay. You talked about tax rates. Certainly having a healthy business community contributes to tax rate. What needs to happen in Crosby, or is happening, in order to be business friendly?
Well, I think our businesses work close together, and the city does work with the chamber, and it just seems that we have a lot of empty buildings, and I think we need to fill those. And I don't have a plan except for maybe making those empty buildings look a little less daunting when you look at them. We have a good bike trail now, and there's opportunities there for businesses to come in for that. There's opportunities for businesses to come in to cater to our camping facility. There's just a lot, but I think working closely with the business owners and the city and the chamber really can help bring us all kind of closer together.
Okay. You touched on a few community partners. Are there any other community partners that you'd like to see at the table if you're elected?
You mean as far as cities go?
Cities or other organizations or individuals?
Revive is a good organization. They've got they've got some grants that they have been able to get to create a little area for people to sit downtown. The churches work great closely with the churches. You can work closely with the library. I mean, there's just, and other mayors and councils working together for the end cause to promote the Cuyuna Range, and Crosby is part of the Cuyuna Range. And we have done that in the past, but I don't know where that is now. I don't know how far they've pursued that.
Okay, great. Well, that concludes our formal questions. Is there anything else you want to add that we didn't cover?
No, it's just that I would appreciate and be very respectful of your vote and your confidence and trust in me.
Great. Joanna, thank you so much for joining us today for Candid Conversations with Candidates. You can see this and other interviews at votebrainerdlakes.com.